video, we are reviewing the SonoAlti from Freefall Data Systems. Hey there, this is Catherine Bernier from Skydive Vibes, sharing the passion of skydiving and helping you become a better skydiver. So if you're new here, well, consider subscribing and clicking the little bell icon not to miss our weekly videos. So in this video, thanks to Shooting Star, I did get a review unit of the SonoAlti from Freefall Data Systems, and I'm really excited to unbox this with you guys, but also review the feature of this Audible Altimeter, which is using a phone app via Bluetooth wireless technology. You'll see that it has a ton of function on this little device that you can use to monitor more from your skydive. Let's unbox this together. Love those candies from Shooting Star. Thanks. Freefall Data Systems, SonoAlti Audible Skydiving Altimeter, which is Bluetooth. Its price on the Shooting Star website is around $279 US. Careful, skydiving is dangerous, blah blah blah. Charging it in full before using it. Stickers, charging cord, and the Audible Altimeter itself. There it is. Pretty compact, thin, as you can see. SonoAlti Bluetooth, and this is the speaker here. So first it says we need to charge it in full before using it. That's one thing. And the other thing that I've seen on this card is that whenever we put it in Bluetooth mode, when you see the light, it means that it's set for programming it and getting into the settings, but it's not ready to jump. In order to jump it, we gotta make sure that that light is closed, because whenever we are in Bluetooth mode, it's not recording any altitude, so we gotta be careful with that. So this Audible Altimeter has 8 freefall alarms, 8 canopy alarms, and 8 ascent alarms, which is great. And you can choose between 64 different alarm sounds, which is a lot. It has a resolution of about a meter, which is about 3.3 feet. You can log your jumps, your canopy, and free fall time as well. And you have an ability to save an unlimited number of presets, which helps you to quickly change settings for different jump types. Which is cool also is that you can get altitude and vertical speed graphs of your last jump, and it records up to 7 minutes of data. So you can then save this graph in your phone for future reference. So this is brilliant in my opinion, especially if you want to improve your wingsuit flying or something like that. It has a rechargeable lithium polymer battery, which is charged through this USB cable. It has a long battery life of approximately 200 jumps or 3 months, so that's a lot. It has a low battery warning beep that will ring at 1,000 feet, so whenever you hear that sound, it means you need to recharge your device. It's always on, and it remembers your setting and data whenever it runs out of battery, which is also great. It adjusts automatically to local elevation. You can change the unit in the app in feet or meters, in miles per hour or kilometer per hour. It has 3 different modes. It has a wingsuit mode, which gives you more accurate assessment of your flight time and lowers the threshold of what is considered free fall, because you're falling at a slower rate in wingsuit, of course. Then you have a swoop mode that makes certain that all free fall alarms are turned off below 1,500 feet, because while swooping, you're accelerating and getting into higher speeds under canopy, so you want to make sure your Audible gets that. And the last mode, which isn't really a mode but a feature, it's a speed tracker that gives you real-time feedback of approximate freefall vertical speed via beeps. So first, let's dive into the app itself. Play Store, I have an Android phone, so I'm gonna search for Freefall Data System. And here it is. Install. Then open. So we got the warning, I agree. Auto-rise. This will help you to save your graphs onto your phone's photo. I agree. So select your device. So Freefall Data Systems has two types of audible altimeter. They have the SonoAlti, just like the one I have now, but they also have the color Alti, which is kind of the same, except that instead of doing sounds, it does color indication. So you have a LED in your helmet that will change color depending on the altitudes. So for us right now, we have the SonoAlti. And now I need to connect it. So I'm gonna open the Bluetooth here. So when the light is on, it means that the Bluetooth is on. Then I'm gonna do connect and sync. I didn't really read the instruction. I'm going intuitively right now, and it seems pretty easy. So I did select the SonoAlti and downloading data from Altimeter. All right, so it's done pretty quick. So we get the settings, the presets, different type of settings you want to set depending on the type of jump you want to make, your last jump profile, and your SonoAlti info. Let's start with that. So the jump, there's one jump on it. We'll be able to edit that. The freefall time, the canopy time, the total jump of the unit, the freefall time of the unit, the canopy time, battery 80%, and last jump profile. This is where you get last jump, what was the freefall time, the canopy time, the average freefall vertical speed, the top speed, and the average canopy vertical speed as well. I can get a graph. So now I didn't jump with it yet, but we would see kind of a graph where it increases in altitudes and then go down. So that's pretty interesting. And you can save the image on your picture library on your phone, so that's cool. And you have the vertical speed per time graph as well. That was for the last jump. Then let's dive into the presets. So you can add a preset name. Let's try this just for the sake of trying. See what we see. Add. So we have test. You have successfully set your altimeter. Okay, so anytime, let's say I would set different settings, we'll see that in a minute. I could name those settings and then I would have different option of type of jumps. So that's cool. And then SonoAlti settings. So this is where the fun starts. So here we see the freefall alarm volume. Hear that? So that's the altimeter. So you can set the volume. The canopy alarm volume, same thing. The speed tracker. The ascent alarm volume, same thing. Then the alarm center frequency. So you can adjust that. It's the tone of the alarm. Then you have the tempo for the speed tracker, which is the speed between the sounds, the beeps. Then your landing zone is 0 feet from takeoff altitude. You could change that, but we won't. Swoop mode, you can activate it or deactivate it. Wingsuit, speed tracker, next jump number. So right now I'm not at 2 jumps, but I am at 240 from the top of my head. Done. Total freefall time, I could adjust that to what I have now so that I start adding the future jump data. Use metric system, so I could activate the metric system over the imperial one, and I can reset the altimeter's defaults. So that's good. If I click here, those are the freefall alarms. So here we see the different alarms. I can set up to 8 and I can choose different types of alarms. Like I said earlier, there are 64 different alarms. For example, play alarm. Then I could set the altitude. Now we have 6,000, 4,500, 3,000. I could set maybe my hard deck at 2,500 with let's try this one. Done. Then there's the canopy alarms. Same thing here, we have up to 8. Then the speed tracker. So this is a series of beeps that will tell you whenever your speed is changing. And last are the ascent alarms. Again, we have up to 8. That's it. So that's an overview of what you get into the app of the SonoAlti. And again, do not forget to close the Bluetooth mode here if you want it to be ready to jump. Alright, so I'm pretty impressed by the size of it, the sound of it as well, and all the features that you can use on the phone application, and also the fact that it has a Bluetooth connection, so you don't need to mess around with cables. So I think that's brilliant. One downside is that, of course, you need your phone to make some change on your Audible Altimeter. So if you forgot to set something, well, you'll have to need your phone near you. So if you're not jumping with your phone and you need to change something in the plane, that's an issue. But hey, after a couple of jumps, you'll always reuse the same settings. So the case of you needing your phone may not happen that often. And if you're jumping with your phone, well, you're set. Overall, I think it's a great product. I particularly like the graphs that you can get from your jumps, because if you're more into precision flying and you want more data from all of your jumps, this is a great unit. If you want to get more info about the SonoAlti from Freefall Data Systems, follow the link in the description below. And if you have any questions about this Audible Altimeter, well, let me know in the comments section. Again, I'd like to thank Shooting Star for providing this review unit. Shooting Star is a great online gear store that has great prices, so you want to keep an eye on that. But you'll find the SonoAlti Audible Altimeter on their website, and their shipping and customer service is stellar. On that, thanks a lot for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up so that we know that we need to do more gear reviews. And if you have an equipment you want us to review, well, let us know down in the comment section. On that, keep jumping, stay safe, and blue skies. You guys would also review the feature of this Audible Altimeter, which is... So let's unbox this. Well, if you forgot to set something right, you'll have... Well, you need your phone. If you're jumping with it, well, nope. If you're jumping with it, well, this is a great unit that